Best Bet Live, Hand of the Week.
What's up, guys? Dustin Shacklock here for another edition of Best Bet Live, Hand of the Week. And today, we've got a really wild hand coming your way from a recent 2-2 no-limit hold'em deep stack cash game. This hand has some really interesting pot odds spots, so make sure you stick around to the end. This hand starts with my man Bob straddling the button for $4. We're going to pick up OMC out of the small blind with Queen-Jack offsuit. Jeff's going to come along with the 8-4 suited with about 1,200 back. Jerry makes the call, Ace-7 off, and then we pick up some of the junkier hands, King-6 offsuit. Jamie with 9-5 of diamonds gets in there, and then Bob picks up a real hand in the straddle. On the button, picks up Ace-Queen off. Bob decides to make it 26 to try to pick up some of that dead money. He gets rid of OMC. The Queen-Jack offsuit folds. Jeff makes the call out of the big with 8-4 suited. Jerry comes along with the Ace-7 off. And then Jamie decides to close the action with 9-5 of diamonds, and we're going 4 ways to a flop. So there's already 112 in the middle, going 4 ways to the flop. Flop comes out Ace-8 King Rainbow. So a little piece for everybody. Jeff picks up bottom pair, backdoor clubs. Jerry picks up top pair, medium kicker, with an offsuit 7, and Jerry decides to lead right out on this flop. So there's 112 in the middle. Jerry comes right out for 60. Leads right into the pre-flop razor out of position with 2 players left to act behind him. Jamie's going to get out of the way, 9-5 of diamonds, going to end up in the muck. And then the action's going to be back on Bob here with Ace-Queen off. Bob flopping top pair, second best kicker. He's going to make the call here for 60. So as you can see, this pot's already ballooned up over 100 big blinds. Action back on Jeff. So this is kind of one of those interesting pot odds spot. Jeff trying to figure it out. As you can see here on the screen, he's got 23% equity. He's got to call 65 to win a pot of 242. That's going to give him about 3.7 to 1. He's only got to be good about 21% of the time. So as you can see there, he's getting the proper odds to call. He's just barely above break even. So Jeff makes the call, needs 21% equity, getting 23. Picks up basically the dream card on the turn. Picks up the 9 of clubs. So Jeff's hand improves to 31% equity in a 3-way pot. The other 2 players chopping up the rest. Bob with 61% going into the turn. So Jeff decides to lead out into this turn card when he picks up this club draw. So now he's got bottom pair with a club draw, 307 in the middle. Jeff decides to lead out for 80 in this spot. Action's going to be on Jerry, and Jerry's going to make the call. Like we said, this pot already ballooning out of control. Now we're already almost up to 200 bigs in the middle. Jerry's going to make the call for 80 with top pair of aces, 7 kicker. This is kind of a weird spot for Bob. When the action gets back to Bob, Bob's going to go ahead and make a raise. So Bob trying to figure out how much he's going to make it. He's got that nut blocker. He has the ace of clubs in his hand. So there's 467 in the middle. Bob started this hand pretty deep. Started this hand with a little over 700. So now action back on him. 467 in the middle. Got the nut blocker. Top pair. Good kicker. Bob's going to come out for a raise. Bob's going to make it 225 to go. So just under 3x. Jeff leads out for 80. Jerry calls. Bob makes it 225. Unfortunately, with Jerry's cold call in the middle, 225 is just not enough. So now the pot's 692. Action back on Jeff. He's got a pair and a club draw. And with Bob only making it 225 to go, Jeff's going to be getting 4.8 to 1, which means he's only got to be good about 17% of the time. So us watching the video, watching the hands play out, we know that nobody else in the hand has clubs, but this is kind of a tough spot for Jeff just because he could be drawing to a second best club flush. When Bob makes the raise here and makes it almost 3x, he's effectively saying, I have better than a one-pair hand. He doesn't. He has the best one-pair hand, but he's effectively saying, I've got a really strong hand, but Jeff's getting such good odds. Like we said, he's only got to be good 17% of the time. Bob needs to really size up in this spot after Jerry cold calls Jeff's 80. So, as played, Jeff makes the flat. Jerry gets out of the way and then binks it right there on the river. Jack of clubs. Jeff just rips it, just gets it all in. Jeff's got 1,700 back. He just rips it, gets it all in. So, effectively, we're playing for Bob's last 389. So that's all Bob can win or lose here on the river. Jeff gets it all in. Bob can't find the fold. Unfortunately, everything gets there. So all the 2-pair combos get there. King 9, King 8, Ace 9, Ace Jack. All the clubs get there. Queen 10, 7 10. Again, Bob's got to put in his last 389 to win about 1,700. So Bob's getting about 3.5 to 1 here. Bob's only got to be good about a quarter of the time. The question is this spot is are you ever good a quarter of the time? 25%. Like we said, everything gets there. All the clubs, a couple of different straights, all the 2-pair combos, 8 9, King 9, Jack 9, Queen 10, 7 10, Ace Jack. Everything gets there. I just don't think we're ever good in this spot 25% of the time. Bob's going to roll over his hand, get the bad news, see that Jeff got there with 8-4 suited, and Jeff's going to scoop a monster pot. 1,600 in the middle, 800 big blinds. Bob's going to have to go take a walk, cool down after that hand. Just a massive cooler in a big 2-2 no limit deep stack hold'em game. Thank you guys for watching. My name's Dustin Shacklock, and we'll catch you next time for another edition of Hand of the Week.
Best Bet live stream. Watch us play.